Welcome to the Quarantine Comedy Hour from Last Best Comedy. It's a variety show with a variety of things going on. It's all just stuff, and you're gonna like it. So buckle up, put your baseball gum back in your pocket, and get ready for tonight's show. Welcome, Annie and Marvin.
Hey!
We're back.
We're back!
It's been a whole week.
It's been a whole week! What have you guys been doing?
Same stuff.
Same? We've been doing the same stuff.
Great.
I think mostly the same thing. Levin, can you think about anything new that we've done this week?
It's been warmer.
That's right. What have we done?
Nothing's changed.
Nothing has changed. We set up our sprinkler.
Yeah,
for our kids to run
not
through.
a home irrigation system if you
No.
were excited about that option.
No. Ooh, Levin
Just
used
a loose hose.
he used a power washer and a leaf blower this week.
I'm a real domestic fellow.
It's been great. I made a new recipe. I can't remember what it was, but I made a new recipe.
Yeah, we all agreed it was great.
What have you guys been doing? You know, you can talk to us on the Last Best Comedy Hour by joining the chat stream
That's right.
here on Twitch. And if you join the chat stream, just come on in. Give us a little hello. Let us know that you're here.
We'd love to hear from you.
And we're going to ask you guys stuff throughout the show, and you can give us your opinion. You also can, praise us, razz us, tell us that we're sucking, tell somebody else that they're sucking, tell somebody else that they're doing so great, they're doing better than the other person who is sucking.
Maybe give somebody a boost.
Yeah, give them a boost.
We could all use a boost.
Let's all have a boost. Can you boost me really quick?
I'll work on it.
Rough news for me.
We've got an hour.
He's got to think about
I
it.
got to tease it. You don't just rush right on in there, get the job done.
You can't.
You tease it.
Oh,
you
you
make
know-
it last. This
we-
is quarantine time. What?
We forgot our little fox. Oh,
We'll work on that during one of these bits.
yeah. If you guys hear some things during the show, just know that our entire cast, we've asked them not to mute themselves in case they want to pop back in, or maybe they'll find something funny, and then we would hear them laughing. So if you're hearing things happening, like whatever that was, it sounded kind of like tape being pulled. Yeah, see, there we go.
There are other people here.
There are other people here, and some of them are so fun, and some of them are fine.
Our producer Molly is deciding who you get to see, but there are other people here waiting.
There are other people here. Okay, let's get to some stuff, because we've
oh.
got what?
We have an intern now.
Oh, that's right. We do have an intern.
That's something new this week.
Mm-hmm.
We have an intern who is going to be trying to pump up the energy of the show because that's some feedback we've been getting. We needed more juice.
Did we really get that feedback?
Yeah. I think it's mostly me.
You need to be more juiced.
Yep.
Well,
Anyway.
I'm the fun one, and Levin is the serious
If
one.
we could just see our intern real quick. Garrison, can you pop in here? Here he is. So we brought in Garrison. He's supposed to be the best in the biz. And is that... Yeah, so he's going to be pumping us up like that throughout the course of the show and in lots of different ways. It doesn't always have to be that one, Garrison.
Garrison, what is this QHC?
Quarantine Comedy Hour.
Oh! Oh, man. Rough news!
And I'm the
News
intern.
over here.
This is what I'm saying.
It's the name
I'm the
of
intern, and I'm the
show.
one who knows what that means.
That's just the first letter of each word in the name of the show. It's
That's
a
right.
tricky code.
that everybody's figured out, and that I just wanted to make sure that our audience had figured it out too, so they weren't thinking this was some sort of how do you say?
Sign of the devil.
No, what is the the right wing
Satanic.
like conspiracy theory thing, like QAnon. QAnon.
Thank
So
you.
that could be a QAnon thing, and we wouldn't know.
Oh yeah.
But he's writing the word quiche, maybe. No.
Quick.
Comedy.
Okay, quick comedy.
Quick comedy.
Hosts?
House.
Ha-ha.
Ha-has.
Quick comedy.
ha-has.
ha-has.
And if you've got another
Quick comedy. Ha-ha.
no, what is What's the word?
Satanic.
No, what is the word when you
Wiccan.
have no when you
Nice
have
chin.
no, stop everybody. Stop talking. Let me get my question.
Next
out.
generation.
You have letters that mean something.
Acronym.
An acronym. Thank you. If you have another acronym, I should probably do some reading or take a college
You're
course.
reading all the time. It's just you're always reading just like one thin sliver of type.
I like sci-fi and fantasy.
More than like.
I don't want to read anything else.
Garrison, we look forward to seeing you throughout the show and the impact that your vibe will no doubt help us carry on through. We'll see you soon. There we go. Already a welcome addition to the gang. Yeah, that's
Oh
perfect.
man, that's the kind of music you want to
All
make
right.
love to.
Is it? Harrison, if you could email me that track, very much appreciated. We've got a lot of fun stuff to do tonight, and we should do some of those
let's
things.
get some
Not
out.
that this wasn't a part of that fun.
This was
But
great.
it is time to advance.
I could just do that all night.
I know. And basically we will. Brian, our good friend Brian is here this week, and he is undertaking, as we all are, some watching during this quarantine of ours. Brian, what are you looking at?
First of all, hello. Thank you for having me on. I, like a lot of other people, have just been sort of plowing through old shows, new shows, trying to fill the void, trying to just find something to break up the monotony. And one night I was sort of going through a couple of different documentaries or shows that people had recommended, and I just couldn't get into any of them. So I decided I wanted something really, really mindless that I never caught the first time around. So I don't know if you can see it behind me on my television. I started watching The Jersey Shore. I had never watched it when it started about, 8 or 10 years ago now. I just thought I'd give it a look. And I got to tell you, I made this promise to myself right before I started watching this, is that I would at least get through one season. And I tell you, it is a rough go. If anybody doesn't know, 8 idiot Italian people, all young, in a house on the Jersey Shore, drinking, trying to have sex, fighting. It's just nonstop pandemonium. It's not something that I would usually watch.
Brian, do you not like drinking?
I like drinking. I like
Do you not like
savoring a
sex?
drink. Well, now that's an interesting question. I do like sex. I don't like random. Thank you, Garrison.
I think that's a lie detector.
I said I like sex. How's that a
DJ
lie?
Garrison is a human lie detector.
Okay. It's all of it together is just a sweaty idiot mess, and I'm not enjoying it all. I don't like any of the people. I couldn't care less what they do. It's all contrived. Oh, they're
Can you
working
give us
at a
like
t-shirt
a-
shop.
Can you give us like a quick reenactment of some scene, playing multiple characters?
Sure. So it's like, hey man, we're going out tonight. Yeah, man. Let's go out tonight. No, I don't want to go out tonight. Yeah, let's go out tonight. We're out tonight. We're out tonight. We're out tonight. Bam! Getting into a fight. Drinking. Oh, I'm late for my shift. Who did I hook up with? This nasty chick? Yeah. I gotta get to work. So that's what I've seen.
Is that
so
your best
far.
Italian?
It sounded Jamaican.
It did.
No, it's not Jamaican. No, it's not Jamaican. That was Italian.
Wait, but you were. But I don't.
Hey man,
Hey man, I
no,
like
we going
football.
out tonight.
Quick fun fact: you didn't know that Italians and Jamaicans are only separated by 2 degrees of DNA, so they're pretty close.
What?
Yeah, that's a true
You
fact. Look it
measure
up.
DNA in degrees?
We didn't
Yeah,
hear
you
the
can.
horn. Oh, there we go.
No, that's a true fact. That's a fun fact.
How far into Jersey Shore are we at this point?
I'm 3 episodes in.
Okay.
So I'm gonna keep watching some during the show. I'll
We'll
keep
be
checking
tracking-
back in with you.
We'll be
let you know how it
tracking
goes.
your progress.
Yeah.
Some people from the chat stream are saying that you look like an older Dr. Comedy from last week.
Older. An older Dr. Comedy? Well, I mean, Dr. Comedy's
That
Dr.
comes
Comedy's
straight from
pretty
Jason
great.
Pardo himself.
I think they just mean less vibrant.
Ah, Gotcha.
Or
Well,
old.
I'm
I
a
think
pretty
he used the
conservative.
word older, so I'm assuming he means that you look older than Dr. Comedy.
Well, I do have the gray coming in on my sides, a distinguished look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
for
I
sure.
would not do well on the Jersey Shore. I tell you that much. Those girls are not looking for a distinguished, intelligent, soft-bodied man. So
You do have a very loose body.
yeah,
All right. Well,
that's it for that's the Jersey Shore update.
we will we'll check back in on you as the show progresses. Continue watching.
And if you could give us some updates of what's happening when we check back in with you, just the plot, how it's progressing, some
Sure.
characters.
Okay.
And for you guys at home, Brian's doing something that's super fun. Hashtag finally getting around to it. What are you finally getting around to doing in this quarantine? I'd like to know. You can put it on this little screen if you're getting around to something. Brian's looking at something else.
Yeah, me too.
I don't
what
like
do you
being
look-
involved with hashtags, so
Oh.
this is all you.
I'm just trying to be kind of an asshole. Could you not tell?
No, you're too good, Annie.
Too good at being an asshole? It just
No,
seems
you're just
normal?
too good of a person. Excuse me, I burped.
Oh, to be an asshole?
Yeah, you're great.
Oh man, Brian, this is some truth.
What a sweetie.
I don't know.
Well, the
what
guy
is
to your
happening.
left has no problem though.
Being an asshole?
Yeah.
Probably true.
Hard times. Okay.
All right,
well,
I'll check back in with you.
We'll see you later.
Hey guys, it's Bennett. I need a safe space. I need a safe space, guys.
We're here.
We're here.
We're here for you.
Yeah.
Sure, Bennett, what's up?
Yeah. What's going on? Is
Everybody
that
Just so everybody knows,
Thank you, Garrison.
we did tell our entire cast this week, which now you can see everybody, there's no surprises, that if at any point anyone felt like they needed a safe space, they could call everybody together and we could talk about whatever they needed to talk
The
about.
quarantine is a tough time, and the easiest way through it is to bind together. In this time of social distancing, we like to think of it exclusively as physical distancing. We are emotionally capable of being closer than ever.
Bennett,
Yeah,
what's going on?
Thank you. This is troubling me. I need some advice and to get something off my chest. I was contacted by an old girlfriend from high school, so like in high school, I was really into artsy women and
What?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Guys, it's a safe space.
It's a safe space. I'm sorry.
Garrison.
Okay, take it seriously, everybody. Go ahead. Artsy women.
Yeah, and she just contacted me out of the blue. We dated for a little time in high school. I had like memorized all of these avant-garde artists and stuff, and she kind of gave me some time, and like the week of Easter in our senior year, she asked me if I wanted to do an art project with her. And I was like, oh my God, this is it. Like we're definitely dating. And she invited me over to her house, and in her garage, she had set up this little studio. And I walked in and she had all these little plastic eggs opened up and set into these little holders. And I was like, oh my God, what are we going to do? This looks awesome. And she said, all right, go to the back of the garage, and she handed me like one of those long-handled server spoons that you like serve potato salad with, and a pastry bag. And she said, fill up the pastry bag. And I went back there, and she had crapped in a bucket. And she
I'm
wanted
out.
me to. She wanted
Yeah. This is a safe space, not a gross space.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know. I'm
goodbye.
sorry, Bennett.
I kind of feel like you're abusing this.
I need some. Is anybody left? Anybody?
Go back in time and don't do that.
Garrison, I thought at least you would
That's
support
the
me
only
in
advice.
this.
That's the only advice anyone's going to give you.
Great.
Wait, Bennett, did you put?
You don't get to know.
I want to know if he put the crap in the pastry thing. Was it?
Oh, yeah.
What are these called? This?
Arms.
No.
Pizzas.
No, pizzas.
Mittens.
No. You put
Blowjobs.
Oh,
no, have you seen a penis that looks
icing.
Those are
Icing.
pies.
icing? Yeah, you put icing in it.
I like an icing.
Horse
sleeve.
trough.
Yeah, an icing sleeve. Is that what it's called? What's this called?
It's like a frosting gun.
Yeah, not the gun though. It's the one that's the thing.
It's called a pastry bag.
Oh,
A sugar bladder.
An
Sugar
icing
bladder.
boob.
and did you
Yeah.
put? Ah, damn it! I want to know if he scooped his poop.
That's not even. Good lord.
Man, I am loving this intern.
He's hot.
That's
He's
hot.
the best in the business.
Well, you guys, we wanted to create a safe space so that people could share stories from
And
their past or from current,
I'd like everyone to know that it is still a safe space. It's
is.
just that was a gross story.
and we had to leave.
We don't want to hear about that, but normal, safe stuff were there.
And I want to thank Brian for taking the lead on exiting the room so quickly.
Well, he throws up really quickly. He's
that
got a
true?
wildly active imagination. If he starts to imagine poop too clearly, game over for Brian.
I didn't
No
know-
good.
I didn't know he was so
Yeah.
weak.
Well, just yeah. And these, when you did that, these could have been legs.
Yeah, these could have been legs, but they weren't. Yeah, I guess this could be legs, and then I'd be going down on somebody.
I guess
but this
it's
would be
more
like a
going down
woman,
than a blowjob, yeah.
right?
Anyway, we'll work it out.
Well, I'm gonna work on my my blowjob techniques. What do we got coming next?
One of the things that's going on a lot are new hobbies and learnings and undertakings. We have time that we have never had before. And so we have our correspondent, Mark. He's here to talk a little bit about what's going on out there.
Ah, Mark.
Hi,
Mark in
That's me.
Chicago. How are you doing? How are you doing, Mark?
hanging in there, just getting by, and yeah, just wanted to kind of touch base and give people hopefully some inspiration, kind of think about some productive things that we can do to help us get through this time.
That's a nice suit you've got on. It looks like a funeral suit.
Thank you. Yeah, it's more grim than I meant, although I think it's fitting.
It's appropriate.
So yeah, this past weekend, I really wanted to be really productive, get a lot done.
Yeah.
I did manage to do some laundry. Got to go pick up a USB-C to USB converter that my fiance needed, her
Hey.
computer, and we have a 2-year-old. So like, what I took away from that is it's these little victories. These little things that you can accomplish to help yourself feel better.
Yeah, I want to get some printer. I want to get a printer cartridge.
We
tomorrow.
have color cartridges, but we're out of black.
Oh, classic. Now, the other way to get inspired I've found is you go on the old Instagram, see what your friends are doing.
Mhm. Although that can be dangerous.
So the first one, right away off the bat, my old coworker Joe, he's been really getting into video games. So, that I felt pretty good about that.
Yeah,
He's-
that's good. You're doing
Uh,
better than that.
He's also applying for 15 jobs per week. Which I was like,
That's
okay,
a lot.
that's good. That's a lot of.
Did you apply to any jobs last week?
Yeah, I applied for one. And
But it was probably like the one. When
didn't-
you're asking out a girl, you want to ask out the one, right? You don't ask out 15 ones to see which one says yes, right? Is that what you...
According to the Jersey Shore, you ask out as many as possible. Just a FYI.
Yeah, I didn't hear back, so that
Fair
tracks with my experience. And then there's my college friend Alyssa. She has 3 kids, right? So I'm expecting, she's probably pretty bogged down. She's got half her novel finished. And
That she's reading or writing?
writing a novel, and they're raising chickens. And she's got pictures of her chickens on here.
That's like extra. Each chicken is another child, practically.
Yeah.
I mean, who churns out a novel in such a short amount of time? It's probably a bad novel. Mark, calm down. It's a bad novel.
Great writer.
She might have just been in the zone and cranking out an incredible.
That's fair.
first
It
half.
could be the next masterpiece. I can't judge. I have no idea. I'm not going to read it unless it's fantasy or sci-fi. Though.
It's okay.
My buddy Chris spent the weekend and just casually put up 6 bookshelves and painted his entire living room.
6 bookshelves?
Yeah, he anchored them to the wall, cut them custom cut to fit the space. Just like
Did they look like they would hold up if you put a big book on it?
they're very solidly built and well made, and they look like they were made with love. So,
Do you have a pick?
I think my takeaway here is, if you're able to get from the couch to bed and back to the couch the next day, you're fucking fine. I'm gonna eat some Cadbury eggs and just.
It's okay, but it's okay, Mark.
Hey, maybe you should eat a hard-boiled egg instead of all those Cadbury eggs. Do you have any?
All I do is win, 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 no matter what.
It's a good song for you. You do have a hard-boiled egg.
I'm gonna chow down on this.
Don't make yourself sick
make
by
yourself
eating
sick.
Cadbury eggs followed by hard-boiled
Hey,
eggs.
you're doing all right, Mark.
Wait, let's quickly.
Hey, focus.
Mark, what can you build besides a human?
A Google Doc. I can build a Google Doc.
Hey!
Could it hold a book? Yes. A Google Doc can hold a book. So if you build a Google Doc, 6 of them, it's like a bookshelf.
Well, that's if you only put one book on each shelf.
That's really helpful, Annie. Thank you.
I'm just trying to prep you.
Yeah, no, you're doing great. And we've all been there, Mark,
Yeah.
in different ways. I mean, obviously,
Oh.
some people are using this time differently. Other people are, it's hard. These are unusual days.
Are you guys at home doing any weird projects, or are you improving your space in some way, or writing a novel, any of that? You can chat us up over here.
Taking online classes, learning a language.
Doing cocaine for the first time.
Yeah. Just going ape in your apartment.
Just getting fucked up as much as possible. What things are you doing? I'm trying to think about home improvement things that we've been doing.
A lot of lawn care, garden boxes.
Yoga with Adrian.
I'll tell you what, we're undertaking a lot of projects, but we're not completing many of them.
We've got some people say they've taken up crying.
It's a hobby.
Sad times.
If you can do that on command after this, whenever people are making recorded shows again, maybe you're an actor now.
Yeah. Who knows?
That's all mostly what it is. Can you just
I was actually studying crying at DeCry University online.
and? Or you just didn't like that?
Well, I ended up here, so how do you think it went?
Fear, fear, fear!
All right. That sounds like great segue music to our interview for this evening.
Oh, we're already at the interview.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, 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 money.
Ryan, how are you?
Ryan Cassava, how are you?
I'm doing great. How you guys doing?
Bozeman's Ryan Cassava.
Bozeman's, but really the world.
The world is the lucky one.
The world is the lucky one.
Isn't that
How are you doing? I like your NASA shirt.
Thank you.
Are you promoting NASA? Are you promoting?
Yeah,
your
I don't think they've
NASA?
been getting enough press lately with everything that's going on.
Mhm.
I think we're gonna need NASA real soon.
Yeah, we just need a little throw out.
We saw that bizarre Elon Musk satellite string go by a couple of nights ago. That happened this
Do
week.
you know what we're talking about? Because you got this NASA shirt on.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well,
I know everything now.
Well, in case you don't know everything, there's the Starlink satellites are like a chain of, I don't know, it looks like 75 satellites all connected together, and they cross the night sky together. And if you don't know what the fuck is going on, it's very confusing. The drunk people next door in their backyard started screaming.
Wow.
Someone says it's called Starlink.
That's what I said.
Oh, is that what you said?
Yeah, someone. is this one.
No, Nate also said.
Well, thanks for verifying, Nate.
It is called Starlink.
And he listens to Nate.
Let's talk to Ryan
Right.
about
Nate.
his stuff.
Ryan, you do more projects than I feel like you have. Like, oh yeah, I've written like I'm just finishing up another play. I have this touring show. I've got like I feel like you're just tenaciously creative.
I am. I like to think I am. I mean, all my plans have just recently become derailed. So
Well, here we all are.
yeah, here we are. So yeah, I have been doing a lot of writing lately.
Can you plug a couple of your past projects just so people have an opportunity to pilfer through the internet for information about them?
Let me see. Probably the one I'm probably best known for would be Freak Out, which is a musical I wrote.
We're back.
We're back.
Hey!
Ah.
Oh God!
Technical difficulty and everything stopped. There was so much screaming.
Yep.
An air horn. You
We
guys
all
wouldn't
freaked out.
believe.
We all freaked out. Fortunately, Molly kept a cool head about her and got us right back
We're
on
right
top
back.
of the boat.
We're right back here.
You were telling us about Freak Out.
Yes. I said it was the most complicated thing I ever came up with. I don't take much credit in actually putting it on its feet. I've been lucky in that I surround myself with people that I've come to them and say, I need 2 7-foot-tall hippies to ride on stage, hippie puppets to ride on stage on motorcycles. They can make that happen. It's one thing to write it down, and it's another thing to hand it over to these people who can actually make things happen. But that show has been really good for me, and I actually love the show itself. Even being in it, I've seen it so many times, but the stuff everybody brings to it is amazing. And so that's probably what most people would know if they.
Yeah, maybe someday we'll get to see it.
Oh, come on now.
No, I just mean that like he might not go back and redo this show. He's
gonna
moving
do it.
forward with his thing.
Fair enough.
Ryan, another thing that you're really known for here in Bozeman is that you are a master storyteller. You teach storytelling. You tell a lot of stories. And you know, this is a super weird time where we're all gaining like different experiences. Things are happening to us, and if people at home are wanting to kind of
Grab a hold of their experience and
Yes.
Transcribe it.
yes, utilize it, be able to tell that as like a future story. What are some like fun tips you can give everybody for storytelling? Some quick hits, the top hits.
Yeah, the topmost of the popmost. Okay. Well, what I mostly do with people is kind of live storytelling. I like to do true life stories. You know, things that actually happen to the people, and having them put their own experiences into stories that they can tell other people. So one of the main things we talk about when we talk about doing these is too many people worry about memorizing their stuff, about having to memorize everything they're going to say and memorize everything word for word. And I tell people the important thing to do is to figure out your beginning and your end in your big moments. Because you never want a story you're telling to sound like a recitation. You don't want it to sound like you're reading an essay. You want it to sound like you're sitting down and talking with your friends and telling a story. And the best way to do that is to not overthink what you're saying. It's your experience. You know what happened. Just go in knowing the moments you want to hit, but let how you get between those flow naturally.
Like improvisation.
Exactly like improvisation. That's where it comes from. That's where I come from. You know, I started in improv. And the thing is with storytelling was the one thing that connected everything I did. Whether it was improv, whether it was music, whether it was playwriting, whether it was writing audio drama, everything we're doing at the core of it is about storytelling. Improv is about storytelling, writing, you know, however you create, it's about creating a story for someone. So I think it's kind of the base thing that ties all of this together.
It's a very basic human desire to, like, you know, huddle together and share stories.
Yeah. To help each other understand ourselves. That's how we do it. And that's kind of the greatest thing we've done that puts us above all other animals, is this ability to understand each other using language and story.
We have a cat laying right at our feet right now.
She
so
keeps licking my foot.
Don't say puts us above other animals, because she's definitely aware.
Yeah, she's licking my feet. Would you not pre-planned at all, everybody? Would you possibly tell us a story?
Like if
Absolutely.
Like if we're telling a story straight up.
Yeah, like would he tell us a story right
Great.
now?
Yes.
Or I can ask you another question if you don't want to tell us a story. Oh wait. Yes.
What?
Yeah, he's gonna tell us a story.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. You tell us.
Yeah, no, I had one ready to go. This is interesting because most of the time when I do these storytellings, they tend to be about 15 to 20 minutes. So I like the idea of having to tell a story in a little compressed. I like boundaries. Boundaries make you come up with new things. And so this is not a story I've ever told anywhere before. This is an original story I haven't broken out yet.
Okay, we're gonna leave you to it. We're gonna listen. We're gonna get swept away.
Oh goodness. So the first movie I saw in theaters was Pete's Dragon when I was 3 years old. But the first movie I remember seeing in theaters was when I was 6 years old and my mother took me to see John Carpenter's The Fog with my 4-year-old sister. Now, my mother hated horror movies, and to this day, I have no idea why she took me and my sister to see John Carpenter's The Fog that day. But it had a lasting effect on my sister and I, and by the time I was 12 and she was 10, we had rented and watched every horror movie you could watch within a 5-town radius of our home city. We had driven to every town we could to rent different horror movies. For us, it was all about wanting to experience these things. We were obsessed with horror movies. And when you grow up obsessed with horror movies, you start to get this overconfidence, I think. You think to believe that if you were to ever actually find yourself in a horror situation, you would be better prepared to handle it than other people. Or so I thought. Fast forward to when I'm 35. I have a 2-year-old daughter. I'm recently married, and we're having some friends over for an afternoon of gaming, including Bennett was there. And so we invite some friends over for an afternoon of gaming, and when we do this, we put my 2-year-old daughter upstairs in her crib for a nap. And we turn on the baby monitor. And we go downstairs, and to keep the baby monitor from disturbing our gaming, we put it in the other room. We put it in my bathroom, but turn it all the way up so I can hear if she starts to fuss or anything, but we don't have to constantly be interrupted with her rolling around and burbling. So we do that. And we play our game. We have a great time. And eventually everybody goes home. My daughter wakes up from her nap, and my wife brings her down, puts on an Elmo video for her, and decides to go up and clean her room. Now, while she's cleaning her room, and my daughter's watching Elmo, I think this is the perfect time to hop in the shower. So I go into the shower, lock the door, get undressed, get in. Now, the thing I realized recently about shower scenes in horror movies is the reason shower scenes in horror movies work so well is because when you're in a shower, you can't hear or see anything. Especially if you're like me and wear glasses. When the glasses come off and I'm in the shower, you can't hear anything, you can't see anything. You think you're safe. So there I am in the shower. My wife's upstairs cleaning my daughter's room, and she's putting all these things away, picking them up off the floor and putting them away, including picking up my daughter's small music box. It's a standard music box, has a little key on the bottom, has a little ballerina at the top, and plays a little song, a little plinky song. And so my wife was picking that up to put back on the shelf to put it away. And as she put it down on the shelf, 2 things happened. One is, even though the music box had wound all the way down, by putting it back on the shelf, it jiggled it just enough so it played about 1.5 seconds of tune. Just unwound a little bit. Just a little bit of music came out of it. And the second thing that happened is, of course, my wife put this down directly next to the receiver for the baby monitor, which, if you remember, is turned up full blast in my bathroom about 1.5 feet from my head. So I'm in the shower, blind, deaf, wet, interlocked room by myself, and all I hear is, dude, do, 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 do. And I freeze. And at no point does my mind say, what the fuck was that? My mind goes, fuck! I know what that is. I've seen enough horror movies to know exactly what the fuck is happening here. So I go into complete panic mode. This just scares the living shit out of me, and I go to flight or fight mode, and for some reason, for the first time in my dumbass life, I choose fight. And I jump out of the shower, buck naked, wet, dick out, fists up, ready to punch two twin girls with stringy hair and no eyes. They're clearly there to pull me back somewhere. And of course, there's nobody there, but my heart's still going through my chest, and I can't figure out what the fuck is going on. So I grab my glasses and throw them, and I try to grab some clothes, but all I can grab is my t-shirt. So I put it over myself like a fig leaf and go bursting out of the bathroom door in a full panic to where my daughter is sitting watching Elmo. So she sees Daddy coming out of the bathroom, wet like a shaved ape in a rage, like no idea what's going on, and she sees me and immediately starts screaming and crying. And it never dawns on me that the reason she's screaming and crying is because of what I did. I'm crying for the same reason everyone should be screaming and crying, and that is that we're at full manifest poltergeist situation here. And I am absolutely freaking out. I don't know what to do, but I'm a parent, so I want to save my daughter. So on one hand, I'm t-shirt dicking, and the other one, I scoop my daughter up in one arm, go running up the stairs, onto the main floor, middle of the afternoon, windows open, all my neighbors out. They see me skating wet across the floor, holding a t-shirt to myself, screaming kid under my arm, running up the stairs in this last-ditch effort to save my wife from whatever the fuck is going on here, because I know I've seen this. It starts with the creepy music, and next is the bloody handprints on the wall, and the next the whole fucking condo is being sucked into a pit in the ground. Like, this is just how it ends, and I don't know what to do. So I burst into the room, just absolutely in a pure panic, and my wife looks at me and says, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I immediately, upon entering the room, see what the fuck happened. Like, I see the music box, I see the baby monitor, it all clicks in my head, and I realize when she asked me what the fuck's wrong with me, I don't have an answer. There's no way to save face with your wife after that. Like, I am naked. I have our child under one arm screaming. I'm holding a Ghostbusters t-shirt over my genitals. And I just say, I thought it was a ghost. And I hand the child, walk back downstairs and get in the shower, still forgetting to turn off the baby monitor, where I got to hear my wife mock me for about another 20 minutes.
Ryan, do you believe in ghosts? Like, are you like hardcore, like possession is a thing? Ghosts are real. Like, you're just like one tick away from like fucking full contact with them. If it happens, like you're full in.
No, that's the thing, is I don't believe in any of that, which is why when I heard it, I'm going, oh my God, everything I've ever thought is wrong. So in those few moments, I was willing to buy anything, because there was no other excuse for why that music box was playing 2 inches from my head in a locked room.
I believe we're all one click away from like scrapping the other, to be like, yeah, never mind. I didn't believe in those things until now. Now I'm certain because it just happened to me. So you're a click away too.
Oh, I'm past a click. Yeah, I can't even watch possession movies.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I can watch a lot. I've watched a lot of horror films. I love horror films. But especially B horror. B horror is such a fun time. There's no stakes there because you know everything is stupid. But like a true possession film, you know, like The Exorcist, and there's lots of other ones. But if it has to do with like God and demonic possession, like I'm Catholic, and like I like
it gets too real for her.
It's too real for me. Like, I have like a full fucking panic, and then when I'm sleeping, I like, you know, I can't sleep. I'm like waking up. I'm like convinced that like just my awareness that this is like a thing, invites the devil into my soul.
Makes it manifest.
Yeah, or he's gonna be invited into my children. That I'm talking about it right now makes me know that I'm for sure gonna have nightmares about it, or not gonna be able to sleep about it. Let's talk about something else.
Okay.
Us over here.
That
That was wonderful.
That
Thank
was
you, Ryan.
wonderful. People on the chat, if you have, if you would give us a suggestion, Ryan is gonna use that suggestion to possibly prepare another story.
Just a little short improvised story for us.
Just a
of
short
some kind.
improvised story, a true story that he's got.
Would you be willing to do that, Ryan? Is that okay?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, cool.
So,
So we'll let the chat stream spit out some things. Do you have access to see
I
this
do,
as
yeah.
I'm going by? Great. So we're going to do this next bit, and then we'll come back and you can tell us what suggestion you've picked, and then go from there.
and really, chat stream. It could be any just like a word or a food or a place, whatever, to get his mind started. Tonka trucks is the first one I saw.
I see that too. I think I have a couple.
Great.
Box.
Okay.
And
Disappointing.
no, I've never seen Hereditary. Whoever's saying, have I ever seen Hereditary? I don't know what that is, but I'm assuming it's
Seems
about
like
demonic.
you shouldn't.
possession.
Yes, I'm guessing. I've seen it. You should not.
Oh yeah. No, don't want to.
All right. We'll see you in a couple of minutes. We're gonna take you away to this next little bit.
Ooh, next bit.
It all started with the house, the cutest house in town. Mom and a dad and a dog and a kid. But soon dad left, he just ran out of town. No one knew why, oh they were so down. But after the years went by, they found it was more fun without him around. It was a house and a mom and a kid and a dog and a dog and a dog and a dog and a dog. It couldn't be more rad, 'cause it's 5 dogs and no dad.
Alright, time to get this new flat screen hooked up. Okay, let's see. Power on. HDMI 1, HDMI 2, I don't know. Cable. What the Hey Mom! Rebecca, where'd you come from? Downstairs. Okay, what do you want? Just wondering if me and my friends can have something to eat. What friends? Hello! They're my friends. Where'd those kids come from? I don't know, neighbors or something. Okay, fine. I'm just trying to set up the new flat screen here. Why is it showing fish on the screen? I think it's a default or something. I don't know. Can we go downstairs and have something to eat? Sure, that's fine. Okay. Come on, guys. Okay, whatever. Okay, now let's see. HDMI 1, 2... I don't even know what to do with this damn thing. Called DirecTV and said I need a new satellite hookup. And they said, what's your address? And I said, I don't know. Smaller house within a bigger house? What does it matter? Oh, God. Okay, let's see if I can... Ooh, donuts. Dogs! What are you doing in here? I'm trying to set this damn thing up, dogs. Why don't you, I don't know, go down to the kitchen or something. Go see what the kids are up to. Damn it. I tell you, it'd be... So much easier if he... No, don't say it. Don't say if he was here. Things are fine. Things are great. I can do this. I can do this. Fine. Whatever. I'll fix it later. It looks like this cactus needs watering. Ow! Oh, shit. I'll go see what the kids are doing. Kids! Kids! Go downstairs. See what the kids are doing. Oh no. Looks like they're all passed out from eating a bunch of donuts. Just gonna lay down and yeah, whatever. Deal with everything later.
It's 5 dogs and no dad.
How about that?
5 dogs, no dad.
No dad.
Not to be found. Thank you, Paige.
Thank you, Paige.
Mm-hmm.
That looked like a real flat screen TV.
Man, I wonder what happens.
I'm really glad you're getting into Dollhouse and Dollhouse furniture. In this time, look, this is the thing that Paige is getting into, everybody. She's getting into Dollhouse furniture. She's finally getting around to it. What are you finally getting around to?
Am I supposed to come on now? I'm so embarrassed.
No,
Why?
Why are you embarrassed? Because you are buying Dollhouse furniture currently?
It's delightful. What a wonderland you whisked us away to.
Paige, can I ask you
She's
one quick
gone.
question?
No.
Oh yeah.
What do you really think happened to Dad?
I think it just got to be too much for him. I mean, look at that house. It's pretty big.
How long have you had that house?
Oh boy, probably 30 years. 30?
Yeah. But do you remember Dad? Do you remember anything about Dad?
Oh yeah, I remember him. He had kind of like a mock turtleneck and like an oversized brown blazer, like a flannel blazer.
Sounds like a catch.
He seems like a good guy.
He could be with
He
anybody.
had jet black hair, kind of like Levin's actually.
You have black hair and you've been lying to me?
Yes.
I thought
Yeah,
he
he
had
was
brown hair.
kind of tall too. But anyway.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to go shopping for a mock turtleneck.
Maybe in the coming weeks, Levin can play Dad.
If we could go, well, I guess there's always online shopping. All right, I'll start looking for my mock turtleneck, and I'll play future Dad. That's wonderful. Thank you, Paige.
Thank you, Paige.
Ryan, are you with us?
I am.
Are you ready?
I think so.
What suggestion did you select?
Well, luckily, some of the people in here suggested some things. I think they were trying to cue some, but someone suggested record store.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
They're
man.
just chucking it right.
That's just a softball from Nate. I
big
can't
old-
believe you took that one.
That's all right. You're allowed to. All right.
But you only have, how long? Let's put a timer on this one.
3 minutes?
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
You got 2 minutes to tell
2
the
minutes?
story.
All right. Well, I'm going to tell an abbreviated version of a story I've told a few times before. But when I was working at the record store in North Carolina, I was working at the Record Exchange in North Carolina. I was in charge of an in-store performance with Raekwon of the Wu-Tang Clan.
Awesome.
So we put a bunch of flyers to try to get everyone there. And the morning of, like 300 people show up in the parking lot, more than we ever expected, because we only had about 2 days to put this thing together. And so we're waiting, and the time ticks by, and he's 10 minutes late, he's 20 minutes late, he's an hour late. Eventually, people are getting angry. An hour and a half later, we see tour buses start coming down the highway. And they start pulling off, and first pulls off Raekwon, and then we notice behind them is another one, and it's RZA. And behind that, so most of the entire Wu-Tang Clan ends up showing up at this little record store that I am trying to manage, and they don't come out of their bus. So they send me on the bus to get them. And so, this is a real quick version of the story. I bust onto the bus to try to get these guys out of there, but I'm scared as hell because I don't know how to talk to the Wu-Tang Clan. There's like and a whole bunch of other people, and I come in, and they're all sitting around in a circle smoking a blunt. And it's gigantic. It's like the size of a baby's leg. And they're passing it around. And first of all, it's dark in there, and I can't see what's going on. I don't know who's who, and I don't want to call somebody by the wrong name. So I'm just sitting there trying to get them to go in. And they're passing this blunt around, and eventually it comes to me. And I don't know what to do because I don't want to embarrass myself in front of the Wu-Tang Clan. But, I'm at work. So my idea is that I'm going to fake it. So I do this thing where I pretend I take a huge hit off the blunt, pass it over to the next guy, and I pretend like I'm holding it in real well because I don't want anybody, to notice that nothing comes out. So I turn my head to let out this fake smoke, and out comes the biggest fucking cloud of smoke I've ever seen in my life. I don't know how I did it, but somehow I end up hitting this blunt incredibly hard. And I start to panic. I'm having an actual panic attack on a bus with the Wu-Tang Clan. And the thing comes back around, and as it's coming around, I'm like, for the God's sakes, whatever you do, don't hit it again. And of course, I'm like, of course I'm not going to hit it again. But by that point, I'd already hit it again and passed it on. Oh, shit. So at this point, I'm incredibly stoned. And they finally say, okay, let's go on. So I was like, okay. So I burst out of the thing, and the lights are blaring. You know, suddenly the daylight is horrible after being on this dark bus for half an hour. And I'm stoned out of my mind, and I can barely make my way to the stage. And so I end up just going, I'm at the front, and they're following me, and everybody's going crazy and screaming, and I'm lapping it up like it's for me, because I'm at the head of this thing. We're all walking in. We get everywhere. And somehow, because of where I am, I end up on stage. And everybody packs into it, and I can't get off stage. So I end up just sitting on the speaker, stoned off my ass for the entire show. And I look out and see that the general manager of the chain has come. And by the time I get off, he's gone. But 2 weeks later, I get a lovely note from him and a $20 raise.
Hey.
You couldn't notice how high I was.
That's awesome.
Whoa!
I love it.
That is some fun shit. Where were you? Where were you living?
This was in Greensboro, North Carolina.
Oh, wow.
It was probably about 1998, 99.
Mm-hmm.
Man, oh man.
Oh, man.
That's fantastic.
I love that story. What a
That's a
fun
good
one.
story.
I can't get out of my head the image of a blunt the size of a baby's leg.
I like the amount of debating that's going on while immediately and inevitably you, of course, you've already hit it again. That's wonderful. Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you, Ryan.
That's a delight. Ryan Casava, you're the best. Thank you for joining us this week.
What fun.
Thank you, guys. Didn't mean to sign on.
No. We hope to have you back on future episodes. Tell some more stories.
Absolutely. You know where to find me.
We'll see you soon.
In your house, where we all should be. That's where I'd find him. In his house. Because that's where we're all going to be. I'm hungry.
Mm-hmm. Garrison, what are you cooking up for us?
Garrison?
Hey, Annie and Levin, thanks so much for having me on the show. I learned a lot since last time you had me on. I think I've prepared a lot more, and I'm excited to get started here. So I thought, last time we made ants on a log, and I thought this time one of my favorite foods of all time is a grilled cheese sandwich. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're just going to make a classic grilled cheese sandwich. So you can see I actually took I learned a lot last time, like I said. So I actually got the bread out of the oven already. Sorry, let me just clean this off. So yeah, I got a sourdough. I really like sourdough bread when I make grilled cheese, but you can use any kind of bread. So you're gonna want to grab 2 pieces of bread, and then you're gonna need to get a knife. And basically a knife is it's like a stick. It's like a short stick about hand length that has a blade on the end, and the blade is traditionally it's made of metal of some kind, iron or gold maybe, or in the ancient times they made knives out of like obsidian and sharp stones. So there's lots of different kinds of knives. I'm just gonna get a knife out of the oven that I already made. Let me just clear this up. So yeah, you can see this is kind of what you want to look for. This is a good knife for cutting cheese. And yeah, then you're gonna want to get your block of cheese, slice it up. I just realized I don't have any cheese. I'm just gonna run to the store. Some cheese, okay? I'm just gonna run to the store real quick. I'll be right back. Just don't go anywhere yet. It's not that far.
Garrison, do you want to just check back in with us when you get the cheese, man?
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds good. Thank you, Ian Levin. This is such a wonderful opportunity, and I just really appreciate it. I hope I make that. I hope I make that clear.
Be safe with that knife. You don't need to. You didn't need it anyway. Just maybe put it in your pocket.
All right, that's a nice idea.
In your pocket.
All right, we'll see you in a minute, buddy. Be safe.
All right, ta-ta.
Holy Moses. Yeah, that one really connected with some of our audience.
Why are there so many beer cans in the oven?
And I've been saying every night, let's watch Blood Diamond. All right.
I really I started crying during that one. I don't know. I almost got into my witch laugh.
I know. She has a little cackle, and then she gets embarrassed that it's happening, and then she converts into some strange...
It's something that happens. It started happening when I was pregnant, right?
Yep.
Like, I would get, maybe, too tired or fatigued, and then I would start to laugh, but my laugh would turn into this, weird laugh that I've never heard.
Super high, and then she can't stop.
But then I can't stop. And I would laugh for
It's
a
a
really
possession.
long time. It is like a possession. Like a really long time.
And at that point, she was literally possessed in
With
that there was
another
another
person.
person living inside of her body.
Well, that witch laugh is, it's super,
I never
it's
thought of
terrifying.
pregnancy as a possession.
So I've been possessed.
How about that?
3 times.
Hey, Brian, how's Jersey Shore? Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
I gotta say, I'm kind of getting into it. You know? These guys, I don't know if these guys are just brilliant or ahead of their times, but to just wake up.
So if
without
they're
a-
ahead of their time and it's 10 years ago, are they
Yeah.
on time now?
They might be on time for me. I just never thought of living my life that way. They get up, drink, look for some grenades to jump on, right? If you can't find a grenade, hopefully you can find something sweet honey.
Is that
right?
Jersey lingo?
Yeah,
Yeah,
what do you mean by grenade?
Grenade is an unattractive woman. So when you jump on a grenade,
Got it.
you jump on an unattractive woman.
Brian, how many grenades do you think you've jumped on in your life?
Most of them. I would say until I got married, I was
Man.
primarily a grenade jumper. You know?
That's
So-
hard news for anyone watching that said sex with
Yeah.
music.
Former lovers are just
Just
tearing up the
signing-
chat stream
they're
right now.
signing off right now.
Right.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I gave myself a nickname, B-Pow, right? Everybody's got a nickname on the Jersey Shore. You know,
What's-
they've got their routines.
Any significance to B-Pow, or just it feels good?
No, I just couldn't come up with anything better. Just Brian was B, and then Pow was sort of powerful.
Kind of your.
So
I just
Brian Powerful.
Yeah, I think if
B-Pow?
you like those little snap fireworks that aren't real fireworks that you just throw down.
Oh yeah. That you just kind of throw
Yeah.
them on the ground and they just go bam, bam.
So Brian and I kind of
Pow.
associate you with those.
Yeah,
Who do you most want to have sex with currently on the Jersey Shore?
probably Ronnie. Oh, of the women. I mean,
Oh,
Nope.
nope. I like your first answer.
Strong opening answer.
And I didn't know that Ronnie was a man until you said that.
yeah, he's uncomplicated. He's built. I mean, he's got a body on him.
Yeah.
He probably only has 1 or 2 thoughts running around in his mind all
Yeah.
day, but I like that. You know, I like uncomplicated stuff. My life's too complicated, guys. Jersey Shore has taught me to just sort of reboot, right? Just have a couple of things that you focus on: drinking, women, getting a great bod, right? Smashing mouths, right? Dodging grenades.
I see
and
that
kicking ass.
the people at home can't see this, but I see that you've renamed yourself B.
Yeah, we just talked about this. Were you tuned out during that?
Come on, grenade.
We literally just talked about
Hey,
this.
did you just call me a grenade?
No, I did not.
I think she's on the same delay as our Twitch stream.
I think I was reading the Twitch stream when you guys were talking about this B-Pow situation. I'm sorry.
That's
also,
okay.
you and I've been on stage together a lot, and there's been you've trashed my looks
Oh.
for years.
Not trash.
Not trash. He never calls you anything lower than a 6.
Usually I'm about a 6 in the face, is what I recall you saying.
I do remember that, though.
And
Although
a lot of people booed. You got booed.
I love getting booed on stage. Any sort of reaction, although you've taken your pot shots too.
It's true.
Right?
They just don't land as hard. You're just so soft.
I am a soft person. I have
Like
a loose,
Butterbean.
soft body.
Kind of like Butterbean.
It is like Butterbean. I'm just a whirl. I'm going to get back to watching the Jersey Shore. I'll give you an update before the end of the show. I got to tell you, I'm loving these guys. I was wrong.
Okay, B-Pow.
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 He's our inside reporter on the Jersey Shore.
Have you guys ever slept with a grenade?
Share it with the chat stream or call a safe space.
Call a safe space and tell us a story about your grenade.
Chat room's kind of an extension of the safe zone. If you will.
Also, I just want to call out that somebody did reference that Garrison was running to the store but did not bring a mask. And so this could be a bit of a debacle. I'm not sure what's going to happen. So just heads up, he doesn't have a mask on right now, you guys. But maybe he's got one in his back pocket.
Well, people know him around town. People like Garrison.
But that's not how it works.
I mean, he's without mask and charging down the street with a butcher's knife, but people do tend to like him.
That's true. They do.
We've got the Assumptive News coming
up. Assumptive
with our
News.
Good friend Cal Nordstrom.
Cal Nordstrom.
Yeah. How's it going? Are you getting me?
It's nighttime where you are.
You are dark as fuck,
Yeah,
Cal.
no, I've really lost a lot of light. I've really lost a lot of light out here, Mark and Michelle. But I'm glad to be here, and thank you for joining me. Yeah, absolutely. Here, let me see if I can get my field light to work here. I'm just trying to get a field light working, and then we'll get it. Are we here? We live? We on the shot? There we go.
We're live.
This is live shot.
Oh yeah.
Now
Now it looks kind of haunting and horror.
3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
And we're on.
3, 2, 1. Thanks, Mark and Michelle. It's great to be with you. See, I've actually lost a lot of light out here.
Great take, Cal.
Cal. Cal, you are a news anchor. Is that true?
That's correct, Mark and Michelle. I'm on day 73 of isolation out here in Canoga Park. So trying to really work it out here.
That's in California.
That's correct. I mean, Cal is in California. Nordstrom is the store. That's
California
right.
Nordstrom. What a
That's
name.
me. Yeah, I'm a household Dave. That's right. Come to me for furniture and news.
Well, Cal, here's the deal. We cannot, we've made a pact as a team that we're not going to read too many news stories because they're just depressing. It's hard times. You get too lost on Facebook threads and, reading news stories.
You end up fighting with your family.
You're fighting with your family, which I'm, of course, doing.
And then
we're all doing. We're all fighting with our mothers.
Every day. I live with an infirm aunt, so I understand. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what we're talking about.
So we've compiled some headlines that we wanted to read the articles, but we just couldn't get too into it. And you being an expert on the news, we thought that you could assumptively tell us what's
going on,
what actually happened in this story.
What's the news here? Catch us up. We didn't bother to read it.
Yeah, and this is for you guys at home too. You're sitting at home. You don't have to read the news tomorrow because Cal is going to tell you what was in that news story.
Let's cue it up.
Just by his own intuitive nature.
You got it, Mark and Michelle. No problem.
So we're getting queued up here so that you guys can see the headlines at home, and then I guess we're going to find out what. Oh, here we go. Our first one. Okay, Cal. Twitter user opens 25-year-old can of Spider-Man noodles, shocked by what he finds inside.
Yes, that's right. This was a story out of Provo, Utah. This is where this Twitter user apparently got a storage unit and found an old can, and then opened up and saw that, and what he found inside was actually receipts from an old government installation. Which dates back to the time when they started projecting. This is, of course, just this is all just still kind of coming in. We're just getting breaking reports about this.
Sure, the chopper is still circling.
Yeah, chopper's still circling over Provo, but there's reports about this being evidence of faking the moon. And this is not the moon landing, rather. This is actually the entirety of the moon.
Got it.
So
the sub headline to this is not even Spider-Man could save this meal.
That's correct. That's
Spider-Man
correct.
can't turn
Spider-Man would have he would have nothing to swing from if he were slinging his webs to the heavens and then not finding purchase on the satellite rock that we all thought was there in the first place, but it actually is not there.
I'll tell you what,
Right.
I feel much more informed than I did just a few moments ago when I had passed right by that headline.
We need another
You
one
should.
from you, Molly, on the back end. Just a quick fun fact. Every time I watch a Spider-Man movie, he always shoots webs just up into the sky and then swings from the sky. And it drives me nuts.
Movie magic.
Second
Mark and Michelle.
Spider-Man
That's
fun
right.
fact, our children took our phone away, disappeared for a while, started Googling, they got a hold of Siri and just started saying the dirtiest words they could combined with other things they like. And they ended up watching a video of a Spider-Man. It was filmed in Echo Park, it turns out, and he shoots his webs out of his butt.
But they asked for Siri, show us Spider-Man shooting webs from his butt or something.
Something like that.
And then
Yeah,
I didn't
kids.
want to know.
I can't have
It's a
them,
story.
unfortunately. But
They said it was the most
I
fun
do
they've
love
ever-
hearing about children. Yes, I do.
All right.
Cal, I wish you could have kids. Okay.
So do I.
Dust.
Here we go, Cal. Are you ready for the next headline?
You give us
Of
this. headline,
course.
Bob.
Yes,
All right, here it is. Dust storm near Dusty, Washington causes crash, shuts highway for several hours.
Yes, this is actually a story related to the last story. You were speaking about Skylink before, and this is where a very large helicopter that was bringing a piece of Skylink over to your neck of the woods in Montana actually crashed in Dusty, Utah. There's talk that the actual hardware that it was bringing is part of a projection system that actually projects what we think is the moon in the sky. That's actually
The moon is back.
Yeah, no, this is a very related story, actually. I mean,
Round
listen,
and round we go.
Quick question, Cal. Is the
Yes.
moon has the moon ever existed, or is it just like a Despicable Me, the moon is gone, it's been stolen?
Yeah, I don't think it's even been stolen there, Mark and Michelle. I think it actually just never existed. And we were all led to believe that the moon was a thing. I mean, listen, you can believe me or not, but when I take this light away, it's very dark. It's very dark out here. It shouldn't be if there was a moon, but there is not. So unfortunately,
with that.
it's the reality that we're living in.
All right.
We need another headline
And we'll
here.
see what you have to say about that.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish the moon was real because it looks really nice on a t-shirt. I will say that. When people put moons on t-shirts. Here we go.
Nothing's stopping people from putting moons on
Maybe that's an
t-shirts, there,
idea.
Michelle.
What's the abbreviation FMR stand for?
Former?
Yes.
Former.
Oh, that wasn't the headline. Sorry, it wasn't a
No,
question.
it's actually
Mark
forget
over
moon,
here was a
really.
little confused on the headline.
No, I didn't know what FMR standed for. Actually, why wouldn't you just write out former? Why would you abbreviate that in a headline?
You know,
AP
Fox.
standards. I can't understand them.
Okay, I guess this is a Fox News headline. Here we go. It's former manager, but former is abbreviated.
Oh, this is not Fox News.
Oh, never mind. Former manager of DoD Airspace Threat Program. Quote,
Quotes.
UFOs are real. Quote, subheadline, something extraordinary was revealed today. Former high-level officials and scientists with deep black experience who have... ...
That's all we have.
Deep black experience.
That's right.
Thank you, DJ.
Throw up the X's.
Does anybody else just wish that Scully and
Mulder?
I mean, I just
Could have kids
that they would have kids and just be happy.
if they could.
I
But they
actually have a
should
series
have.
of novels available, self-published on Amazon, and It's the X and Y files, and that's it's exactly the subject matter of my novel.
All right.
Oh, good.
I think you answered that.
Great. Next headline.
That's right.
The X and Y files.
The chromosomes.
About the kids.
Oh,
of,
no.
Scully and
That was
Mulder.
fantastic.
Oh, for you
All
guys at home, Cal has not seen these headlines. Just heads up.
He's seen, he knows as much about this news story as we do, but except that he's an expert news reporter.
I know them all too well. I know them all too well.
Well-
I spend many days in the basement of the Canoga Park Library just poring over microfiche. Modern microfiche. I insist all of my headlines or newspapers, periodicals are. That's how I consume them. Microfiche.
I think someone on the chat is saying that maybe their kids' names are Sculler and Moldy, which I think is pretty good.
That would be better. That would be better than Greg and Danielle.
well, not just
who I-
someone
who I
saying-
picked for my novel.
Crumpulus93 said that.
Crumpulus 93. Who
Thank
we
you,
all know?
Crumpulus.
Crumpulus. Great. Levin, you want to read this one?
Yes, Cal, tune in. Seashells pile up on North Carolina beaches as coronavirus keeps tourists away. Subheadline: The lack of tourists in the Outer Bank has resulted in large piles of uncollected seashells on sandy stretches of beach. Fox News.
That's right. And there's actually a concern about this, Mark and Michelle, because naturally the tourists take the seashells away.
They're a
that's
part
what
of the-
they're
Yeah,
part of
they're
the
a-
natural ecosystem. The tourists
Right.
and the beaches have a symbiotic relationship,
And
if,
without
if
them,
they don't.
Beaches are
That's
just
right.
seashells.
They'd just be junk heaps of seashells rather than perfectly groomed.
That's right, perfectly groomed beaches. So now we're going to have a lot of junk heaps of seashells, and the concern is that whenever the beaches do open again, the tourists won't be able to get to them because there'll
They're
be
gonna lay down
mounds and mounds of seashells.
Yeah,
That's
rolling
correct.
out your towel on a pile of sharp seashells in the Outer Banks of North Carolina sounds like it sucks.
Oh man,
it
we got to get
probably
this
wouldn't be the
economy
best.
going.
The advantage
Thanks.
of this, though, is that the tides don't exist as the moon doesn't.
No, fair enough.
Great, we need another headline. Thank you so much on that. Okay. Man wins 1 million lottery jackpot twice on same day. Subheadline: A Colorado man identified only as Joe B won 2 million Powerball jackpots on March 25th.
That's right, Joe Blowhard. He won these two Powerball jackpots, and the controversy here is not that he won them both on the same day. The controversy is he walked out of the store, was struck by lightning, and then immediately had what some refer to as a threesome. And I don't know if that was related or not, but at any rate, no
What
one
do you
could.
refer it to as, if you not as a threesome?
A trilogy?
It's a triple play, obviously. It's an old baseball term.
Well, we got time for one more headline
Great,
because I
one more
really got to
headline, for
know
sure.
all my news before I go to bed.
This has been massively
course.
informative and has saved us all of the stress of unpacking some kind of frustrating, irritating political.
Someone on the chat is saying that maybe Joe B is short for Joseph Biden.
Yeah, that's what I would. That's why I didn't click it. I didn't want to get into some political scandal about Joe Biden winning. I'm so happy to hear it's Mr. Blowhard.
I don't get political. That's not my job.
Dr. Fauci, ready for a headline?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Dr. Fauci endorses Tinder hookups. This is a quote. If you're willing to take the risk. Government coronavirus expert Dr. Anthony Fauci says the heartsick isolationists can hook up with asymptomatic Tinder matches in real life. But like love, it involves some risk.
Is it pronounced Fauci?
I don't know.
I believe it's Fauci, and And yes, he has endorsed these Tinder hookups. He's gone so far as to go to Grindr and also Farmers Only and Plenty of Fish as well. And all of these sites endorse getting together as long as everyone's wearing masks, tops and bottoms, of course, and making sure that they can, safely maintain social distancing while they're also hooking up together. Fortunately, if they're together on a night like this, they won't see each other, so it'll be fine without a moon.
Thanks, Cal.
Oh, Cal, you've been a treat.
Thank you, Mark and Michelle. I really appreciate this, and thanks for having me on.
Yeah, we hope to see you again soon.
That's the
You bet.
Assumptive News.
231-322-123. Are we good? Did we take that? Did we get it out?
We're clear. And we're clear.
And we're clear.
Cal, we're clear.
Well, we're clear. We're clear. We're clear.
And we're clear.
All right, we're clear.
Cal Nordstrom, everyone.
He's a professional, best
what
in
a
the biz.
treat. What a treat. And I didn't know it. I didn't know about the moon.
Yeah.
I thought it was real.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Questions.
now I don't have to think about the moon anymore, but I do like it on t-shirts. So like a unicorn, a
That
moon is nice.
That X-Files business really took me down.
That was really
to
hard.
Chinatown.
That was really hardcore. Do we have
Garrison, are you by any chance back with your cheese?
And did you wear a mask? Everybody's got to know.
What? Cheese?
Hey, G. What's up, G?
Cheese? What cheese?
Oh,
Like, do you
think
mean
this
like
is
the money?
confusing. We have two
Go get the
Garrisons
money?
on the show now.
It's true. We have two.
We're not used to
Garrisons.
having two Garrisons. We were trying to talk to Cooking with Garrison. Not.
Oh, that guy's gone. I
Oh.
saw. You could tell in his eyes he wasn't coming back. He wasn't going for cheese. He was going for good. That guy's gone.
Do you eat grilled cheese sandwiches?
I mean, if someone's gonna make one for me, yeah.
What's the grilled cheese of beets you can lay down for us?
That hat.
Smoke weed every day.
Yeah.
There you go. And totally appropriate to Ryan's story earlier.
We're tying it all together just like a great show would be, you guys. Just
Only
like
we're
a great show.
Okay. Well, then I guess we'll never know how to finish that grilled cheese sandwich, but or
Garrison,
maybe next week.
If you see Garrison, let us know about
Yeah.
that grilled cheese sandwich. If not, then we're gonna hit him up next week for that. You
The
okay?
exciting conclusion.
All right. Yeah.
This is your
Yeah, I'll,
internship, so I hope you're taking it seriously.
Yeah, have a
I
coffee.
am. I'm trying to be supportive here. I'm trying to I'm trying to help this wheelchair along.
Okay,
This
shout
show.
out to you, buddy.
Can you sex up this next transition?
Yeah, let's do it. I'll
Let's
get
sex
ready.
it up.
I'll get ready. Okay.
Okay.
Things are coming together towards our conclusion here, so maybe we can pop back in on Brian.
I wanted to have like a sexy song.
Well, I think he's waiting for
Damn, son, you just hit with the wow effect.
Oh, baby, a triple! Oh, yeah!
Hey, the equation?
I gotta tell you, I am hooked. I don't know what these people are geniuses, but I am loving the Jersey Shore life. You might ask, what's the equation? I got it right here. X squared equals 69. That's me and two grenades. Woo. I'm tanning right now. I got my gym going right here. Folding some laundry. I am loving the Jersey Shore life. I can't wait till the next season, but it's not on Hulu, so I got to, I got to find something else. So I guess I'll just maybe check out this new thing that I saw called Brian. Sure.
That show looks amazing, Brian.
Wow.
Brian, sure? Are you gonna check out a show about your own life?
Hey, The Equation, is there any chance you could maybe watch a season of that to kind of move the needle back towards Brian a bit?
Yeah, I don't know. That Brian guy looks like a real grenade launcher, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, boy.
There it is. Whoa, 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 whoa. All right, man. I loved it. GTL. See you later from the shore.
What's GTL stand for? Do I not know what wait, it's an acronym, right?
Gym. Tan. Laundry. That's all I do all damn day. Hey, see you later, Levin. Love you, buddy. 6 in the face. Peace out.
Wait, being a 6 in the face, does that make me a grenade or am I above a grenade because I am above the average?
See, the fact that you're asking that question, you're too cerebral. It's all about gut and instincts. If you don't know, you're too slow.
We can talk about the number system later.
But what do you think number-wise I am?
Oh, the best.
What's the best number?
11.
What's the scale?
11.
Oh.
She's getting it.
I'm getting it, you guys. I've had a beer and a half, and I usually don't have more than one beer.
That's not true. She usually has 2, but then she talks about how, I shouldn't have had 2.
I can't have 2 beers. Not anymore. I can't. I'm too old to have 2 beers.
We did it.
Oh,
Am
we
I
did
right?
it. Is that it? Have we done it?
Yeah.
That's it for the show, you guys. Oh my God. And we came in under an hour and a half, surprisingly.
We surprised ourselves.
We surprised ourselves.
Um,
Still trying to get that elusive hour down.
Thank you so much for watching and participating in our chat stream.
Yeah, if there are any things that you guys are doing at home that are like,
You wrote a short story and you want Ryan Cassavell to read it on screen for you.
or you just want to give us some suggestions, like what would you be doing on a Wednesday night if you weren't watching the Quarantine Comedy Hour? What would you be doing? Give us your suggestions on the chat stream.
I felt like you just kind of whizzed past my short story idea.
No, your short story idea was great.
Program. What if they wrote a hit play?
If
And then we reenacted it.
If you've written a hit play, let us know and we'll reenact
Not to
it.
call you out, Mark. It's hard to write a play. Don't take it too hard. Nobody just bangs out a play. Hey, you're
Mark,
all right.
are you thinking about writing a play?
You look so sad.
Took this hard.
Write your play, Mark.
What happened to your jacket?
Took it off.
It's too hot. It's too hot.
Oh.
He's okay. He'll be all right. He'll be back.
He'll be back.
We're going to get him back next week, and then he can say all week long he did a show.
Yeah, that's right. That's
Hey,
what
you
he
did a
said.
show this
You've done
week,
a show
buddy.
this week. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We really appreciate it. We're having fun. We hope you guys are too. Let's welcome back our entire cast to say goodbye. Everybody's coming on for this business. We got Cal.
DJ Garrison, play
DJ
us
Garrison.
out.
Yeah, play us out, Garrison. We'll see you guys next week, same time, in your living room.
Be well.
Be well.
Earthlings.
There's no moon.
Okay.
Are you playing anything, Garrison?
Garrison.
It's from Frozen. It's Frozen.
Yes, I feel the same temperature.
That's from Frozen 2.
No. Let it go. Let's let it go. We're letting it go. We're letting it go. Goodbye.
Yeah.
I'm a bitch, I'm a boss. I'm a bitch and a boss, I'ma shine like glass. I'm a bitch, I'm a boss. I'm a bitch and a boss, I'ma shine like glass. I'm a bitch, I'm a boss. I'm a bitch and a boss, I'ma shine like glass. I'm a bitch, I'm a boss. I'm a bitch and a boss, I'ma shine like glass. Bitch on the after, you been the B4, I've been the stallion, you've been the seahorse. Don't need